So there was one scene that we actually shot in October. It was and that was the first scene that we shot for the film. It was the exterior shots of the car chase scene between the Volkswagen Golf and the police car. And so Sam wasn't the one driving the car. Derek Rathman actually ended up being the stunt driver, except for 2 shots. I actually ended up driving it for the 2 kind of stunts in the scene. There was the one where the car kind of goes over the hump in the road, and I wanted to try to get the car up to like 65, 70. I knew how the car handled. I was more familiar with the car than anyone else, so I thought for those more touchy stunts, I'd be the one driving it. And then the one where the car kind of fishtails into the parking lot at the baseball field, which it was supposed to fishtail. That was my original intention. I actually had gone out and practiced driving that kind of turn on a dirt road to see what the safe speed was, and yet it still fishtailed, but I didn't totally lose control, and that was about 30, 35 miles per hour. And so when we actually shot that scene, we had to do about 3 takes, actually, because one, I was going in at too steep an angle rather than, I was going in too kind of right into it rather than kind of coming around and curving. But the other problem was that right as you entered the entrance to the parking area, there were bumps there. It wasn't smooth ground, so instead of kind of fishtailing around, the back end was just completely bouncing, which of course the shocks and struts are totally shot on the car anyways. So I mean, the bouncing was really made even more pronounced. So in the end, it works, because instead of looking like it's about to go out of control because it's fishtailing, it's actually looking like it's going out of control because it's just bouncing. And since we were shooting it on film, I knew I could get some really interesting angles by putting what looked like the camera mounted to the side of the car. What it actually was, it was on a tripod I had kind of sticking out the window, where the top of the tripod could actually be adjusted, flip up like that. So it's actually out at an angle. The film camera is kind of sticking out the window and shooting either front or back, and it had a fisheye lens on it, zoomed in a little bit so it's not totally distorted, but had a really wide angle and got some really interesting shots. So really that was the chase scene that I wanted for Omega Red, but we ended up being able to shoot it for Sidetracked, and it was just a lot of fun to shoot that day. We took all afternoon to shoot it. It turns out for most of the shots, Derek Rathman drove the car. The only time Sam drove the car was toward the very end of the shoot. I actually took him down to the baseball field and tried to teach him how to drive the stick shift. And but while we were practicing him driving the car and trying to do the stick shift, he would get it up into 3rd gear, and we'd be going in a circle on that baseball field parking lot. And you know, again, there were some bumps there, and he'd be hitting those bumps at about 35 miles per hour, almost fishtailing it around. And at one point, the rear view mirror just completely fell off because of the vibrations of going over the bumps. And so for most of the film, you see the rear view mirror there, but for the scenes where he's driving the car, there's no rear view mirror because it had fallen off a couple days before from him practicing driving the car.
By the way, I'm sorry about the rear view mirror.
Continuity error. Rear view mirror disappeared.
We're driving around in circles, and you know it's all bumpy in that one spot. It's like, boom, ding.
About a month after the premiere of the film of Sidetracked, my Volkswagen Golf died. It just completely went kaput. I guess I should go back and probably put in memory of the Volkswagen Golf, you know, a special tribute to the Volkswagen Golf for giving its life for the film.